So hello and welcome to all the foreign medical grads out there. If you're a foreign medical graduate and looking for information about the FMG exam, you're at the right place here. I'm Dr. Marius D'Souza. I myself am a foreign medical graduate. I graduated from Saratov State Medical University in 2014. That's from Russia. After which I completed the FMG exam, then did an internship for 1 year. After which I sat for the postgraduate exams in India and secured a good rank to get into a government medical college, and I have completed my course in general medicine at Grant Medical College. So I'm making this video today to just give you an idea about the FMG exam. Okay, so the Foreign Medical Graduate Exam, also known as the MCI screening test, is a test which consists of 300 MCQ questions, okay, and you require 50% to pass the exam. That means you require at least 150 correct answers to pass the exam. Now, I get a lot of questions from FMGs asking me how difficult it is to pass the exam, whether it's easy, and what are the tips and tricks to pass the exam much more easily. So today I'm going to share with you the things I did in order to make sure that I pass the exam, and not only that, to score a good score in the exam. At the end of this video, I will be telling you what I scored on the exam and how I managed to do them. So I'm going to give you 3 main tips to make sure that you pass the exam and in fact pass with a high score. Okay? Tip number 1 is to be prepared in advance. Okay? You cannot expect to wait to graduate and then come back to India and see how things are taught here differently and look at information which has not been taught back in your foreign medical college and expect to learn it that quickly and give the exam in 2 to 3 months. So the point is that you should come back to India before you actually graduate from your foreign college and join a coaching class and buy some review books for these exams and actually get an idea of what is being asked on these exams. Now hear me out. There are differences in what is taught in foreign medical colleges and what is taught in India, especially in subjects related to India. For example, PSM, Preventive and Social Medicine, they have a lot of these Indian programs dealing with national vector-borne diseases or national leprosy programs, and these things are basically for India, hence you would have never heard of them before. So it's always a good idea to get an idea of what is going to be asked on the exam much beforehand. So I personally came down after my 5th year. It's a 6-year course in Russia. I took coaching classes for the 2 months which I was down in India. I bought some review books and I took this information back with me to Russia, where I studied and used these notes side by side for preparation for the FMG exam. So I had a lead time of 1 year where I could spend some extra time studying, especially for the foreign medical graduate exam. Tip number 2, visual-based memory. Now, if you look at the subjects which are being taught in undergrad, there are a lot of subjects which can be learned much more easily using your visual-based memory. For example, subjects like anatomy, dermatology, radiology, and even ophthalmology for that matter. These subjects are more based on visual images, opening an atlas or looking at dermatological atlases. Now, I understand I don't expect you to go and open a Netter's atlas at this point of time, but what you can do is use the review books and the notes you've made and Google these images on Google Images for a fact, and you can screenshot these images and make a bank which you can come back to review later. The point of this is by looking at images, you tend to retain more information. Tip number 3, concept-based learning. Now, there are certain core concepts in medicine which require to be understood well, and if you do that and you truly understand them properly, then you will be able to apply them and answer different questions no matter how the question has been twisted. In this concept-based understanding, you will be able to correlate between subjects. For example, if you understand the physiology of how a nephron works, then you will be able to understand how the pharmacological aspect of diuretic drugs work. If you understand feedback loops of endocrinology, then you will understand how to interpret reports of hormone tests. So tip number 3 is concept-based learning. So now, keeping these 3 things in mind, if you do prepare beforehand, you engage your visual-based learning, And if you are using concept-based learning, you will definitely pass the exam and in fact even score a high score on the exam. If you ask me what I scored, out of 300, I scored 244 correct responses. Anyways, if you have any queries, do email me on my email. I'll leave it around here, or you can message me in the comments. Best of luck.